If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. I could probably end the list right there, but I'm going to continue. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. Speaking from personal experience, creating a podcast felt so overwhelming. I didn't know where to start, but using Anchor was a no-brainer. Their website and app is user-friendly. You're able to navigate through it easily. It's pretty cool, guys. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. A one-stop shop. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. This episode of the Indie Center podcast is brought to you by Spotify, the place where you can listen to your favorite artists and podcasts for free. Did you hear me? You don't even need a premium membership. Spotify has a huge catalog of podcasts on every topic, including the one you're listening to right now. On Spotify, you can follow your favorite podcast so you never miss an episode. Are you subscribed to me yet? Wink, wink. Premium users can download episodes to listen to offline wherever you are, and that is so convenient. How many times have you found yourself in an airplane or driving down a road with no reception and you just want to escape but can't? You are stuck sitting next to somebody that snores, or you're stuck in a meaningless conversation and you just want to listen to podcasts. Well, now you can, guys, and you can easily share what you're listening to with your friends on Instagram. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to download the Spotify app and search for Indie Center Podcast on Spotify, or browse podcasts in the Your Library tab. Also, make sure to follow me so you never miss an episode.
But not like, ghost wise.
What do you mean realistic, scary shit?
Some crazy shit. My mom almost got killed.
By like a bullet and fucking
ex-boyfriend fucking broke into her new boyfriend's house when they were sleeping and shit. Shit. Fucking shot her boyfriend 2 times and then beat the shit out of my mom.
What happened?
He survived, bro. It's a blessing at the same time. So I was sleeping, bro. I only gotta be like 12 years old and shit, when I'm sleeping. And I swear, bro, at it was like, oh, fuck, now I'm mad. I don't know exactly what time. It was like 2:30, or there was like an exact time. I woke up to thunder. Freaked me the fuck out. I had bunk beds and shit with my brother. And I looked down and my brother woke up too. And we just kind of looked at each other and it was like, oh my God. Like, I'm already scared. I mean, I'm young anyway, but I was like, oh my God, like, it scared the shit out of me. Find out the next morning that at the exact same time we woke up was when the first bullet was shot.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, ain't that some shit? Shot my mom's boyfriend, and they fought for the gun because once he realized he was gonna die, like dude got locked up. My mom broke up with him. They were in New Mexico or in Mexico on vacation. They broke up, and
is this mine?
Yeah. And then my mom, he was fucking with some other girls out there, so she left him there in Mexico, and they fucked Cancun and shit. And then my mom came back, and then me and my dad, some crazy shit. Like my dad called. No, some crazy shit. Like, bro, he just showed up at the house one day, at my dad's house, knocked on the door and shit. My dad's like, "The fuck is this guy doing here?" And my dad knows. Okay, it's his ex-wife's ex-boyfriend. Yeah. My dad knows the story about like why she left him. Because my mom gets us every weekend or every other weekend, so he needs to be updated. And then he knocks on the door and fucking my dad answers like, "What are you doing, dude?" And he's like, "Listen, man, you got to talk to your ex-wife and she's acting crazy and she's treating me terrible and you got to tell her she got to bring me back." And my dad's like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here. I will beat your ass. Like, don't ever come to my house again."
You said that?
Yeah, my dad. Oh, man, my dad get like, he's not a big guy, but let me tell you, there's this look on his face that he gets that's like, I've seen grown men change their attitudes quick. Now, me as a kid, it scared the shit out of me, but I've seen grown men change their attitudes quick. My dad ready to fight. He ready to fight. He not a bitch, And dude finally just backed off. I think he like tapped my dad on the chest, and my dad was like, "I will break your fucking finger if you touch me again." And dude was like, "I don't want no problems and shit." Well, he left. My dad calls. Only like an hour later, my dad and me call. My dad calls my mom and shit, and old phones back in the day, house phone, goes to the answering machine, and he's like, "Hey, listen, Cindy, your ex-boyfriend showed up at my house. Crazy Mark showed up at my house, and talking this and da-da-da, and this can't happen anymore." But she didn't answer, so he hung up. 5 minutes later, bro, we get a call from fucking Crazy Mark. He calls and he's like, "Hey, Dan, I'm not crazy. I'm just like, what the fuck?" Hung up, called the police. It's like, "Hey, this dude's at my, ex-wife's house and he's not allowed. Can you check? Can you do a check?" Cops went over there, and that motherfucker was there stealing everything, bro.
Stealing after
had the dresser out the house, out the apartment, had the refrigerator pulled out. He was taking everything.
He sounds like a drug addict.
Yeah, but no, fucking weird California dude,
sober?
bro. Maybe alcohol. No. Maybe cocaine and shit. Like, I don't know. And he real surfer kind of guy, like blonde hair, like Marco and shit, like weird fucking white dude. And find out Marco wasn't even his fucking name. The whole time, Marco wasn't his fucking name. He got locked up, had warrants for his arrest in other states and shit like that. Fucking crazy. He did like a year. Got out, grabbed the gun, went to my mom's friend's house, which is the one that introduced the two, and said, "Hey, where's Cindy at?" And he's like, "Dude, I'm not telling you where Cindy's at, be cool." And he's like, no, I need to see her. And he knew that fucking dude had a gun. And he never told nobody. I guess he tried to call my mom, but that was it. Never told nobody anything.
But he ended up telling Mark where she lived?
No. But somehow that dude found out where her new boyfriend lived. New boyfriend, not even her, but her new boyfriend. And they were on the first floor. Not the first floor, but the first floor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the second floor where he just had to jump. He just jumped and climbed the balcony from the outside. It was, 2 in the morning, and they were just sleeping. And he just walked in, bro, and he fucking pistol whipped the boyfriend right away, and then pistol whipped my mom. And he was yelling all this shit, like, what they did to me in jail, and I'm gonna do it to you, and talking all this nasty shit, bro. No. And my mom somehow during this whole thing was able to dial 911 and then threw the phone under the bed. And he was yelling like, "What did you just do? Grab that phone, whatever. What did you just do?" And beat that shit out the boyfriend, beat the shit out of my mom, and then finally they heard the police pulling up, the sirens and shit. And Marco looked like out the door and shit and heard or saw them coming, and that's when the new boyfriend, whose name is Mark, which is weird as hell, Mark, decided like, all right, we're gonna die. Like, this is, he's gonna do it now. So he fucking jumped out of bed and fucking started fighting him for the gun, and got shot in the leg in the struggle, dropped down to a knee, and then got shot in the collarbone, and it bounced off his collarbone. I don't know. They were just kind of fighting. Yeah. So like the first one, no. Second one, I think so. And hit him in the collarbone, and it bounced off his collarbone and went through his throat. Let's talk about some shit. Bounced off it, ricocheted off his collarbone, and went completely through his throat and out the other side.
And he survived that.
And he survived. Didn't hit not one fucking artery. Didn't hit nothing. Same with the leg.
Went through his throat, though.
Through his throat. Didn't hit a fucking thing, bro. Neck? His neck was like this when I see him in the hospital, bro. Oh my God. So, shot him, and my mom's like, "Oh, so when they were struggling, there was a lot of gunfire going off, like when they were fighting, you know what I'm saying?" Okay. And my mom was beat up already. He had pistol whipped her and done a lot of shit. Well, she was laying on the corner against the wall on the floor, and she got pistol whipped in the head. So she had this big gash in her head, and there was blood coming out all stupid. So when they were fighting, she's like, "I don't know, I was like paralyzed, but my eyes were open and I could see what was going on."
But you couldn't do anything.
But she couldn't move. And after he shot the boyfriend, he looked at her, and she looked like she got shot, I think. It looked like she got shot in the head because she was bleeding so bad and shit. Just looked at her. It was like, see, like, I don't know if he was talking to her or to himself, but he was like, "See what you made me do?" And then fucking just put the gun to his chest, bro, and just shot himself.
He killed himself? Didn't
even work at first, bro. Shot himself in the chest, and he was still awake. And then he put the gun to his head and fucking killed himself, bro. I went there to pick up the purse and all that shit the next day with my brother. My older brother was like, "We're going to kill him." I'm like, he dead. We're going to kill his family. Like, bro, heated. Went over there, bro. It was a white walled apartment. Blood everywhere, bro. piece of this motherfucker head is stuck on the ceiling, bro. I'm just like picturing how everything happened, bro. Fuck.
You walked into there not knowing anything.
No, I knew what happened. I was going there with my brother to get my mom's belongings because she was in the hospital.
Okay, so she was in the hospital already. So the ambulance came to get your mom.
So the ambulance came and got my mom. And this was all like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, the body was gone, but
the body was gone, yes. But the fucking blood was still all over the apartment because it was stained because it was white walls.
Yeah.
And there was still a chunk of this motherfucker's head on the ceiling, bro.
When you say a chunk, define that.
There was something very odd colored hanging off the fucking ceiling. I don't know, like, I mean, you couldn't be like, oh, that's a head, but it was like there was hair in it, and it was like, it was just like,
God.
It was like, what the fuck is that? And then you just like, bro, there was like a hole there too, and it was like, fucking, that's when like, boom, and then like, oh my God, bro.
Out of this whole fucking story, the only thing that's stuck in my mind is that he failed at suicide.
At first, it failed first attempt. So they say if you shoot yourself in the heart, that you can survive for about 4 to 5 seconds. So he shot himself in the chest, and I don't know if it hit his heart or not. And he was just still there, and he was on drugs. He was on drugs. He fucking had this adrenaline rush like a motherfucker, and he was just like, he just stood there. My mom said he just stood there and was just like, boom. Fucking A,
and
bro.
Your mom saw that, couldn't do anything, couldn't say anything, just played dead.
You know in your dreams how you can't move, or you're so like scared like in your dream, but you can't move and there's something there? She said it was like that. Bro, haunted for years. She couldn't sleep for years. Wow. Fuck. And me as a kid, I might have been like, I think 12 years old. I might have been a teenager, maybe 13 or 14.
You remember that shit.
Yeah, and then, well, I woke up, and my dad's like, hey, I need to talk to you guys. It was so fucking weird. It was like, okay, so he sat down. Now, my dad didn't know how to do it, but he did it right because he was like, the first thing he said is just, all right, your mom's okay. Bam, tears, bro. Me, my brother, just like, what the fuck? Like, that's not like,
that's the way you start.
So, nah, right. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, what happened to mom? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, your mom's all right, but Crazy Marco broke in and and shot her boyfriend twice and didn't tell us how bad my mom got beat up, but she was in the hospital. We can't go see her, but we could talk to her on the phone, and she didn't want us around for a while and shit like that. It was fucked up. 10 years later, me and my wife moved into this apartment called Stonegate. It's right down the block, Glen Ellen and Army Trail Road. My mom comes to visit me for the first time in years. Like, she lives in Florida, so she, we just got our place. She's like, oh, I'm gonna come see you at your place.
Yeah.
Chris, do you know where the fuck you live? Yeah, Stonegate. She goes, I got shot in that apartment right there across the street? Get the fuck out of here. I knew this place looked familiar. Holy shit, we moved into the building right across the street, same complex.
Oh my God.
And we moved in right across the street, and I knew it. I was like, man, this fucking something. Just something is like something. I've been here before. The same fucking apartment complex that I live in is the one my mom got shot in. Not even remembering, not knowing, I was too young. Like, unbelievable.
You probably walked past the chandelier. I love the chandelier. We really should get this out. Something about that chandelier. Not knowing that there was a piece of brain hanging off that shit.
Fucking crazy, bro. That's a real life story right there, bro.
God, so I ended up pressing record in the beginning of the story, but guys, welcome, Indie Center Podcast, bonus episode on Halloween with my good friend Chris, and what we're talking about is comparing scary stories because it's fucking Halloween, and that's what you do on Halloween. So I asked him, do you have any like paranormal experiences? And he said, no, I have real life shit. And I didn't understand what the fuck he was saying. So I'm like, compared to what? What's real shit? And then he just squatted, took a fucking big shit on my mind because that shit was ridiculous. Holy crap.
It's probably one of the scariest things that I've witnessed or felt or something, I mean,
how do you even process that at your age? How the fuck does that happen?
It was weird. So like I said, I was like, maybe like 13, somewhere around that age. I took it a lot better than my younger brother, who had to be like 9 at the time. It was hard for him. I mean, he couldn't even process it. And he's too young to understand really what happened. All he heard was my mom, guns, people getting shot, and ex-boyfriend, you know? I mean,
Wow.
it was really tough for my brother. Me being a 13-year-old, I had just started thinking I was hard and shit.
Yeah.
And, I mean, my older brother's like, he got guns, and he was like, man, we do something. It's like, what though? Like, we wanted to. I mean, we wanted to take it out on somebody, but there was nobody to take it out on.
Yeah.
You know, he even mentioned, like, dude's got a brother. Well, the brother was 100% against what this guy did. You know, he apologized a million times, showed up at the hospital, couldn't believe it. So sorry that, you know, his brother's sick in the head. And, you know, I mean, it ain't his fault. You know, I mean, it happens in the family sometimes.
So were you,
you get a bad apple.
Were you the logical, like, were you being the good, you know, the reason behind that? Were you like, hey, listen, his brother doesn't got shit to do with this?
To an extent. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, yeah, his brother didn't. But then again, I did want to take it out on somebody.
Yeah.
But we had cousins and stuff that was like, fuck no. Like, dude, he got nothing. I mean, we're a Puerto Rican family, bro. We got gunners in our family. Like, you wouldn't fuck with our family. I got cousins and shit that, I got cousins that would be so down. And since none of them were trying to retaliate, you know, we knew, like, you know, it's just not worth it. It's not. There's nothing we can do. It's not gonna help a damn thing. We doing it wrong. You know.
Exactly. It's kind of like I don't want to compare it to it, but when a grieving family goes to the murderer's sentencing, it doesn't necessarily bring closure. It doesn't bring, you know, your.
I've never been in that shoe, but I can't see how it does. You know, I mean, you know, how can it bring closure? Like, that's
So it's like you guys, like, going out to kill somebody that's not the person that hurt your mom. It's not gonna do anything. Nope. It's not gonna change absolutely nothing. The result's still gonna be the same.
Only thing that really hits me and shit is just thinking, like, what if I could have done something different?
Yeah.
What if I could have been there that night? What if I knew? You know, what if, you know, and there was nothing that could have happened, but I just wish.
So it's kind of like remorse, like, you know, you're like, kind of beating
I
yourself
fucking
up.
woke up right when it happened. What if I knew? What if I could have called 911? What if I could have told my dad? Well, I didn't know, you know.
But you didn't know what it was.
Nah, I didn't.
You just woke up
to some thunder. Just happened to be at the exact same time the first gunshot was rang out. That's crazy.
That works.
It is crazy. It's weird, right? Like,
I've seen a movie about that. The one with Michael Keaton, Paranormal or White Noise.
Oh, right. Yes.
Where he wakes up every night or at the same time that his wife died or something like that. It's just crazy that how that works. My God. Like how do I compare that story? Like,
it's like, I don't know, man.
Well, I never had real life shit happen to me. I had the paranormal shit.
Okay. So I'm a full believer, man.
Before I get into that story, what do you believe?
I believe, man. Like, so as a kid, I thought my house was haunted, and things used to move, things used to be open. I swear, things were just different. And now I was a kid, so maybe I'm remembering things a little different. But like, bro, we've had weird statues show up in our attic. You know, like statues of Jesus or angels and stuff. And it was like they used to move, or they used to be. I found it one time in my crawl space in my bedroom, and I swear, like, I didn't do it. Like, and why the fuck would my dad do it? You know, like just shit like that. So I was a full believer. I mean, I'm scared of haunted houses. Not haunted houses like for Halloween. But I mean, there's been some houses that have been boarded up and people have told stories about it. They'd be like, let's go in it. Fuck no, I'm not doing that. I can fight, but I can't fight ghosts. I'm not the Ghostbusters. I'm not trying to get put in that position. Fuck. Scares the hell out of me, dude.
I can fight, but I can't fight a ghost.
What are you gonna do? Ever be a little coward and scream, ah! Like, run! Well,
oh my God.
If we weren't here in the first place, we wouldn't have to run.
All right, so my story, I was 21 at the time. This is when it was a big earthquake in Haiti, remember?
Okay, years ago.
So when it happened in January 2010, I believe. So I was chilling on my bed, watching TV. Now, my TV, I didn't have a flat screen. I had that big bottom,
right.
The old one where you needed a TV converter to watch TV. And the only thing I had plugged into it was the PS2. And I only watch movies and play video games and all that. So I'm laying down watching, a film. And then all of a sudden, the TV turns off. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? But the moment I say that, my skin, I got goosebumps. For no fucking reason. At this point, I'm just wondering, why is my TV off? And then I got goosebumps. Like my body was trying to tell me something. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So, and then the TV was still off, right? I'm in my room. And all you hear is a lady saying, now back to a regularly scheduled program. Silence. Hair's on its peak, bro. TV turns on. Video footage of people being rescued in Haiti. Mind you, I have a big body TV. I have no access to television. Only my PS2. That's it. And I wasn't even hooked up to cable at that time. So it's video footage of people being rescued and all that in the water, and then it goes into a fucking lady that's dressed in red, looking at me, and at that point, I got up like I don't even remember like scooting off the bed. I fucking jumped and I landed on my feet, and I was just like scared, like what the fuck? And she looked at me with a smile, and this is the only thing she kept repeating, and I'm getting goosebumps fucking saying it. Open, close. Open, close. You remember that story?
Yes, I do.
So, while she's saying open and close, her head is going, she's kind of like shaking her head. This is not even a no. What is this? Nodding? Left to right?
Fuck, yeah. I don't know what you would call that.
So she's nodding her head left to right. Open, close. Open, close. And I didn't understand why she was doing that. So I went to my fucking door. And the locking mechanism on the inside was turning open, close. Open, close. So it was locking itself and unlocking itself. And at that point, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I grabbed it, thinking that, it's just the flickering of the lights behind me that, I was trying to think of something logical that I could grasp onto. So I grabbed the fucking knob, and I could feel the fucking locking mechanism in my palm. Open, close, open, close. And she's laughing while she's doing it. Or he, or whatever the fuck this entity is. And I tried to time it, so when she says open, I push the door. Now, you ever hear that thing where they say a spirit will grab your voice so you can't call out for Jesus?
Right, I've heard that before.
So, I ran from the back of my room all the way to the living room where my sister was sleeping because we had visitors over, and all you hear through the whole fucking house is somebody took my fucking voice.
Right.
I was freaking the fuck out. I ran, and then we had a Maltese baby. So he looked at me, and he was barking, and his hair was up. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm standing there like, I don't know. Like, I can't scream out. I can't talk. I'm like shaking. I'm fucking white and pale. My mom comes out because she just hears like, she heard big steps because I wasn't even a big boy at that time, but I'm just fucking running, and it was like 3 a.m. She comes, turn on the light, and I'm fucking white, bro. I am shaking, like what the fuck? Like I didn't understand anything at that point. It shook me, and I thought it was all a fucking weird dream that I started, just like daydreaming or not daydreaming. What is it called? I don't even fucking know.
I mean, somewhat daydreaming, but to a whole nother extent.
Sleepwalking. Sleepwalking. Because
okay.
I do sleep activities, that's for a different story. But fucking, I thought it was like a sleepwalking thing that I don't know. And sure enough, when I looked at my hand the next morning, I had the bruise from where the lock was opening and closing, bro. Yeah.
What house is this? Because I'm not going. Stay the fuck away from there, bro.
Actually, it's the place right across the street.
Yeah, you live right here, Chris. What's the chances? What the fuck? Yeah, man, shit, nah, dude. I was like, I'd probably run out the house. I couldn't handle that.
It's hard to say something until you're in that position. It's like fucking, it's the feeling is so paranormal. You can't compare it to anything. You can't. And to try to describe it to you or to anybody in the podcast world, they're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, no, like, it's really hard to fucking,
Right. Got to make a short film about it, bro. Show people, bro. What I'm picturing is scaring the hell out of me. So I'm I got the goosebumps while you were explaining. And this is the second time I heard it. And I still getting the goosebumps. Cause I could just I couldn't do it, bro. Nah, shit scares the hell out of me. I have one I forgot. It reminded me, not paranormal type of shit, but
another real life shit.
Yeah, I was in. We had just moved to Plainfield.
Okay.
And so I'm like probably 15 now, and we're fucking. I'm sleeping. You know, we all got our bedrooms and shit. There's 4 brothers upstairs, and my parents' room is upstairs also. Nice little house in Plainfield. So we're sleeping and I wake up. And I don't know what woke me up exactly, but I woke up. And what it was a window broke. So glass woke me up. So I woke up and was just kind of like, don't know why I woke up. And then, bam, I heard glass break again. And I was like, holy shit. Like, you know, like, I just heard glass break. It's like, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean... Yeah, glass breaking in general was, you know, probably not a good thing or good idea anyways. Like, probably something going wrong. But, so glass breaks, I wake up. Glass breaks again. Now I'm, like, up. I was like, I don't know what it is. So I look up, and, well, my brother's got a loft in there and shit. So it's kind of high up. It's almost like a bunk bed, you know, without the bottom bed. Well, he apparently jumped off because he heard the glass, too. He got scared, so he jumped off. Well, when he jumped off, he made that thing slam into the wall like 2 or 3 times just from like the, you know, the momentum. So it was like, boo, boo, boo. Now I'm up. Now I'm like, oh my God, are they shooting out there? Like, what is going on? And I look over and I see my other brother, whose room is on the other side of mine, just book across my door. He just booked, bro. It was like a blur just running past my door. So my eyes are all wide open. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? Well, he got scared, so he booking towards the parents' room.
Oh, okay.
So he run into the parents' room. So I finally go up to the door and I'm shaking. I don't know what to do. I'm shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not good that I reacted that way. I was like froze.
Yeah.
I don't know
because
what the
that's the way you woke up
on.
though.
Yeah.
Like I mean that's your.
I still don't know what's going on. It's just glass breaking. Then I heard 3 big ass booms. And then my stepbrother run past like a ghost. And he not the athletic one. I mean he was fast as fuck. I didn't even see him. I thought it was a ghost at first. He was so fast. I was like, oh my God, somebody in the house. What is going on? So I look over to the door. When I look over to the door, I see my other brother book into the parents' room. And they're standing just by the parents' door like, oh my God. My other stepbrother, he's sleeping still, bro. He don't give a fuck. He said, nothing can wake him up.
Yeah.
And then I start hearing screaming. Now we got some screaming going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. I'm scared to move, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm stuck in my room, scared to move. There is a lady screaming outside. And she's no. There's a dude screaming. It's a fucking dude.
Like a lady?
Yeah, he's screaming. And he's screaming he needs help. I need help. Please, somebody help me. Just screaming it. And somebody finally, you know, like a neighbor or something, just kind of yells out the door like, what the fuck is going on? What do you need help with? And he's like, they're in my house right now and they're raping my wife. Oh, holy shit. So here comes my dad. My dad running out the bedroom. He got boxers and boots on, bro, and a baseball bat in his hand. And I'm still shocked, you know what I'm saying? I'm just standing there. And somebody else yelled like, all right, 911's called. My dad come around. My stepmom's kind of like, hey, don't go on there.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna ask you a question. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, like my stepmom's all like, you know, telling my dad like, no, you don't know what's going on out there, and he's like, well, somebody's getting raped. She needs help. Like we need to go. You know,
how
like
the fuck
what
is
the hell?
that same neighbor gonna open the door and be like, we just called 911?
Yeah, there's just people yelling out, you know, and you could see now. If you look out the window, you can see lights on, and neighbors are looking out, and people don't know what the fuck to do, and. I was a little punk, bro. I didn't throw on my boots and follow my dad, bro. My dad went out there, and I was scared. I was too scared, and that shit haunt me. Like, I'm like, man, I let my dad go out there by himself, and I didn't man up.
What was the end result?
So, so he was screaming, and he was still screaming that they did that. Finally, me and my brother get the balls to look outside. Well, it's the backyard kitty corner house. And when I looked out there, bro, on the second floor, all I see is blood going down the side of the fucking house. Just in the back, from the top window is broke. The top window's broke.
Yeah.
And all you see is blood going down the side of the house. So, what ended up happening was Dude and his girl were on fucking drugs. Mad drugs. She passed out. He hallucinating. He freaks out and thinks somebody's raping his girlfriend, not even his wife. He breaks the window, hangs off the window, cuts his hands on the broken glass, hanging off the second floor window, and then finally just drops. And all you see is the blood from his hands from going down the side of the house. So on the siding, all you see is blood going down. He just jumped. Fucking tweaked. People with my dad and other people finally went in the house, and she was passed out with it had to be heroin because she had her hand wrapped up and shit like that. And he just tweaked. Cops came and shit like that. That shit haunted me for a fucking long ass time, dude. I was like scared shitless to be in my room just because of that crap. Drugs, bro. Drugs. But as a kid, I was just, fuck.
As an adult, I'm fucked.
Dude, man, they're raping my wife? Oh, shit,
That
man.
just shook. When you said that, that was like the turn of a fucking movie. What the fuck?
Oh, man, bro, it's still kind of, it's bringing back memories now how I just didn't know what the hell was going on. It was just too much. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know where it was coming from. Like, the front of my house, behind my house, I had no idea. And one time I thought somebody was in our house. Like, I had no idea what the fuck was going on. And it was no good. My dad, a man, though, bro, he threw his boots on and grabbed the baseball bat, and he was like, let's go do it. I was like, man, so fucking Terminator in this bitch. Me, I'm fucking a little pink pony or whatever. Like, fuck.
You were in your tidy whities. You didn't want to.
I ain't want nothing to do with that. I was like, Dad, I don't even got boots. Oh, crap. Yeah, that shit was startling, though, man.
So when you look at horror, like all this like Freddy Krueger shit, none of this shit scares you. Real life shit scares you. Or
real life shit scares me more than anything.
So but, you can go to a scary
I'm not going to tell you.
Like,
nah, I ain't going to tell you Freddy Krueger don't scare me. And for some reason, as a kid, Michael Myers was the scariest.
Because he had no emotion.
I guess. And then the music. And then, bro, I remember my dad came on one day all excited. Blockbuster, bro.
Oh, my God.
Came with a Blockbuster and a pizza, bro. Oh. Friday night. Oh, we were so excited, Jess. And I looked at the movie and it said Halloween on it. And I looked at my dad and said, no, I told you didn't get Halloween, did you? No. And he's like, no, it's Thanksgiving. And I'm like, oh, it's Thanksgiving? I looked at it like, no, it's Halloween. I don't know why, bro. That Michael Myers scared the shit out of me, dude.
So for top 5 characters.
Michael Myers scared the shit out of me.
That's number 1.
Freddy Krueger scared me because that sleep shit. Because I can't not sleep. Like, that shit killed me. Like, I couldn't stay awake. Like, I see these people like, don't go to sleep. I'm like, how? I can't make it past like 10 o'clock at night. Like, how do you guys do it? Oh my God. This is not good. So Freddy Krueger scared the shit out of me,
So he's staying at number 2?
Yeah, I think so. Those are like the top 2 scariest ones. Jason didn't scare me. I don't know why. Crystal Lake and all that, like, or Camp, whatever.
So he didn't scare you?
Not the most.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying I was like, oh, he a bitch, but I mean, it didn't, I don't know why he wasn't as scary to me. Exorcist? Oh, God. That chick from Exorcist, she like walks down the stairs
Linda
like,
Blair?
Nah, bro. That chick for life will be the Exorcist girl.
No matter, yeah.
She will always be.
I googled her. You look at her now, she's like fucking 60 or 70.
But look the same.
Yeah, it's scary.
And she's little and everything, bro. Scary as hell. She was doing some kind of scary show, like where she was the host of it. Every time they brought her up, I was all scared. I was like, oh my God, this is a scary show. It's not even the story. Yeah, man, her neck's gonna turn up completely. She came down the stairs with like a backwards, like upside down crab walk. Oh my God,
movie scared the shit out of me. Oh my God, that is my number 1.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So
that's for sure.
We got Michael Myers, your number 1. Freddy Krueger, number 2. Okay, so you got Linda Blair as number 1. Not even a fucking character. We're talking about the actor right now.
Yeah, I put her up in number 1.
Real life
if you brought her around me, I'd get startled. My hair would probably pop up. Like, oh my God, this girl. But I mean, did she do anything else other than that in that like reality like show?
I gotta check her credit. I gotta check. Yeah, but
God, that shit was scary. That and the way
she could never get hired again. How about if everybody thinks the way you do?
Nah, there could never. Nah, you really couldn't. Like, she couldn't never have no serious role. Like, nah, I couldn't see it. I don't know it.
So you got 2 more spots. Because you say, is Jason on your list?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, so you got 2 more spots.
He's not really that scary. Who else do we have that was like scary?
Pinhead. I never watched the film.
Oh, Hellraiser.
But just the way he looks.
I couldn't watch a full movie of Hellraiser.
Well, I mean, I was young, so I didn't really.
Because I don't understand that movie, but yeah, he was scary as hell. But then they had something with the box, so you would do like that. What's that cube box with all the colors?
The Rubik's Cube?
Yes. And if you connected that shit on one of them, at least one of them, and I won't forget this, but if you connect that shit right, it opened like this portal to this dimension, and it had that dude and his fucking weird ass looking friends and shit, and like they were pretty scary too. And ever since, I never wanted to do those cube things. I was like, nah, you never know. Like, what if you get it and some shit like that happens?
Fuck a Rubik's Cube. Fuck a GameCube.
Yeah, fuck
Ice Cube. I've never watched a Friday movie because of Hellraiser.
No cubes. Yeah, so I use that as my excuse of why I never completed one of those cubes. Like, no, I never do it because of Hellraiser. Nah, but yeah, he on the list then for sure.
All right, you got one more.
Okay, Chainsaw Massacre.
Ooh.
Something about that guy, really the whole family.
You know that's real.
It's based. That's what makes it worse, I guess.
I hate those movies, man. I hate those movies. When the whole trailer looks dope, but the moment it says based on true events or based on a true story, it just fucking times 10.
It does.
It just times 10.
Yeah, because while you're watching a movie, there's certain spots that you actually think about how this really happened.
Yeah.
Something in this, something like this really happened.
Fucking lie.
Oh, yeah, but that's why it's based on true story.
You know
okay,
Annabelle,
yeah.
Right? You know how creepy that doll looks? You know the real doll is Raggedy Ann?
Oh, yes, I see the picture.
Raggedy Ann is not intimidating.
No, it's not. You got to add to it. You have to, right?
Yeah,
it's not intimidating, right? They do. But that's why they hit you with the whole based on true story. It started.
Based on what? Where's the base on?
Yeah, there was a doll. That's it. Somebody did have a doll.
Somebody did have a doll and it moved one time.
Shit. Now being, a little older though, you actually watched the Insidious movies? Man, those things creep me out, man.
I watched, I started rewatching it. I watched one with my wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then part 2.
I watched all of them.
Okay, and then part 2 goes back.
Yeah.
And it throws clips of part 1 in there. Yeah. And bro, I don't know why it would make my hair stand up thinking like they had the one part where somebody was knocking on the door, but it was really dude as a ghost, who came back and kind of warned him that the ghost is by his baby, and I'm like, oh my god.
That whole franchise, bro.
But they did a good job with that. Somebody's mind was real twisted when he made that shit. Like, man.
It had to be high.
But yeah, any kind of screaming of babies and noises in monitors or shit like that, that's creepy to me.
So Ed Gaines was 4, and your 5th one was which one?
The Massacre. Massacre, I think, because the whole family, though, the movie in general, because he wasn't the only scary one, bro. Everybody was scary in that family.
What horror movie was so, it always makes my hands fucking sweat. The Hills Have Eyes.
You know what?
With Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Remake.
Rob Zombie's good at his shit too.
Oh my god.
Scary.
But he always makes the villain win. That's the thing. That's the thing that makes me so tensed. The good guy, he doesn't win, and it makes me tensed. That movie fucking freaks me out. With the whole, I don't know, timing and everything. Oh my god.
No, yeah. The Hills Have Eyes, and they did a good job of making these country boys or whatever the hell they are, really ugly and scary looking, bro. Oh my god, it's intimidating. Just like Wrong Turn, a movie like that too. Just ugh, those guys in general, because that seemed realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They might be out there like that. In the
country, that's why.
It's a little bit of oh no, stay away from the country.
My wife wants to move to the country. I can't.
No, not that kind of country. No, I don't need to be over there on that.
So if we're gonna base my top 5 is gonna be from when I was a fucking child, because I'm not really scared of much except fucking Exorcist, anything that has to do with spirits. My number 1 growing up was Chucky.
Fuck. How does he scare you though?
Now he doesn't. Now I could fucking punt his little ass.
I'm not gonna say I wasn't like the movie was scary, but then just the thought of a doll, this doll, like, is there not? I'll tie that motherfucker in a few knots and hang him on the ceiling. Like, he ain't going nowhere. What, the guy got little arms? What are you gonna do?
It's made out of plastic. How much fucking torque you think is
abuse this dude?
Stab. But Chucky was my fucking scariest, number one.
Probably because as a kid too, you know, we have dolls and toys and shit like that, you know.
And then your
so
whole thought of these dolls that you love and you play with so much turning on you, I think that's what really fucks you up as a kid.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Number one is Pennywise. It had to be.
So Is that Pennywise?
Pennywise.
Man, the old.
Now, I mean, I look at it now.
It didn't scare me.
So I look at it now, and it's a comedy more than anything. And it wasn't scary at all. Fucking
I didn't get into it as a kid. I didn't remember it. So then when I rewatched it, I was like, "This is."
Yeah, I mean, it came out in '91. So I watched it once when I was like 7 or 8, and then I rewatched it again when I was like 10 or 11, and both times it scared the shit out of me. But now I watch it, and it's like, oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah, nowadays anything we watched back in the day, though, it wasn't done as good, you know, and it doesn't, you know, it's not as believable because you're like, oh my god, this looked fake, you know. So I mean, but back then we thought, you know, that was the shit, the high def, and you know, I mean, like, oh my god, look how real this looks, you know.
Technology.
Okay.
So number one was Pennywise. Number two was Chucky. Mainly because my fucking uncle used to throw me in a closet and say Chucky was in there. And he would lock it, and then I couldn't fucking get out. And he would be like, hey, Chucky's in there.
Oh, my God, no.
That just tortured me. That fucking stayed with me. So Chucky, Leprechaun. For some reason, like, just the way he looks, because he was my height, but he looked ugly as shit.
No, he was scary.
That's what he made the real actor. Have you seen him, like, out of makeup?
Wait, no. Is he scary?
The only fucking difference is he's not wearing that stupid fucking hat, but he's still scary.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but any kind of little
Are you
any kind of little midget form or thing like that in dark running at me in the alley would scare the shit out of me. Can you picture like a little like 3 or 4 foot thing just like get moving, wobbling fast as hell though right after you? Like, bro, oh my god. I'd book. I wouldn't stay to see or ask questions or anything. I would just run. Like, fuck this. I don't even want to find out.
Oh my god.
So he was a little scary. Plus, you know, like you couldn't stop him. You know what I mean? Like he was just always there. Like,
and he's charming as fuck.
His little goofy ass grins and laughs and the way he would talk.
He's super charming. Like he'll talk you into making a wish, and then he'll fucking over exaggerate on that wish. I remember there was a scene on a movie. I forgot which one it was, but a girl wanted like big boobs and all that, and he granted her wish, but he ended up blowing her up in the process. Like she wanted big lips, so he gave her big lips, gave her big tits, gave her big ass, and then
too big. It just kept on getting bigger. Okay,
so, I mean the wish did come true, but so he was my number 3. All right, I believe it was.
We got Pennywise, Chucky.
I got Chucky, Leprechaun. The last 2, Linda Blair and Freddy Krueger. And it's just the way he looked. His fucking face, to this day, it creeps me the fuck out.
Oh, bro, he had the way, the character, I don't know that guy's name.
Robert Englund?
He will, to me, always be Freddy Krueger.
The way he,
like,
I mean, even
outside of makeup, you know what I'm saying? He was a creepy looking dude. Like, in the Freddy Krueger movies, when they would show him before he got, like, burnt up and all, he was scary still. Like, dude, he was fucking scary. I don't know why. God, that guy's scary.
Yeah, I saw him recently. Well, on Facebook. To this day, I look at him like, dude, you can never like break out. Like you'll always be known as Freddy. Like on your fucking tombstone when he dies, Robert Englund, aka Freddy Krueger.
I seen him in one other movie too, and he wasn't Freddy Krueger, but he was still scary. It was Urban Legends. You ever seen a movie Urban Legend?
No.
He just plays as a teacher. It's not that big of a deal. His part's not that big of a deal, but he's in it. And other than that, I haven't really seen him in anything else because he will always be scary guy. Like he will always be Freddy Krueger, right? Like I mean, what can he do? He played like a professor, which was kind of scary. And Urban Legends was a scary movie, so it worked out really well and shit. Nah, but you ain't never seen Urban Legends?
No.
Dude, there's this one part in it that scares the fuck out of me. It's this lady goes to the gas station. It's raining. It's pouring. It's the beginning of the movie. She just goes to the gas station, she by herself and all, and she goes in there and they got like, man, what happens? So she goes in there, She goes, the guy comes up to pump, because this is like one of those where they'll pump the gas for you. And he's a scary, creepy looking dude. And he's kind of just staring into her car, all weird and shit. It's dark outside and he's really weird. And he's just staring into her car, and he walks up and he says something to her, like, oh, you're going somewhere, and she's like, yeah. She gives him her credit card to him, and he walks in. He comes back out and he says, ma'am, your credit card is not working. The company's on the phone and they want to talk to you. And she's like, okay. So she gets out the car. She goes into the gas station. This dude's a stuttering guy, though. He don't speak very good. He's stuttering all the time. He's like, like, bro, he can't finish a damn sentence. He's so, like, he just stutters a lot, which makes him scarier. And then she goes in there, and when she walks in, she's a little, like, iffy about everything anyways. And she walks up and she sees the phone is, off the, whatever. She picks up the phone and she puts it to her ear, and it's just the dial tone. Nobody's on the phone.
Yeah.
And then she turns around and she sees the creepy guy locks the door in the gas station. And he's like, and he's just stuttering, like, and she's just like, what? And he tries to, like, grab her, and she bashes him across the head with the phone. And he goes to run out, and he's trying to grab her, and she's just taken out, and she can't get the door open, so she breaks the glass, and she sneaks out, and she jumps in the car, and he chases her out, and she books. And they show the guy just with his hands up, and he's stuttering, but then finally he's like, there's someone in your car.
Oh,
and she's just driving, like, crying and all, and you see her keep on looking in the mirror to see if anybody, like, is behind her, like, following, and she keep on looking, and next you know, she sees a shadow, and there's somebody in the back of her car with a knife and shit, and he just kills her. Scared the hell out of me. He was trying to warn her.
What?
Urban legends.
Oh my
it's all about stories that you heard, like, if you drink Coke with those pop rock candies, it'll blow your intestines or whatever. It's like all stories that people have like,
this is a
heard.
movie or TV
It's
show?
a movie. Wow. They got more than one. I've only watched one, but one did it to me. And that's the beginning, and it caught my attention ever since. I was like, man, it scares the shit out of me.
Where's this at?
Where what? Like
on Netflix, Amazon?
Dude, this was on VHS. This was old movie. God. So yeah, check it out. Got a lot of known characters, I think, in it and shit.
I'm gonna have to see if I can find it.
But yeah, that scared the hell out of me, dude. Cause he pumped, so he must have looked and saw, like, somebody's laying in the back of your trunk. Like it's like an SUV kind of thing. Like why, But he can't talk very well, and
well, he should have just fucking wrote it down.
Something. I mean, you could have done something better. Not be so creepy or something. Like, man.
God. So, do you like haunted houses?
I did as a kid. I don't know. I haven't been to a haunted house in a long time. I went as a 18-year-old teenager. Walked through there like I was all tough.
Well,
I killed the whole concept of it. Like, I killed the vibe. It wasn't even fun having me with. Like, nobody wanted to bring me again. I don't know why. I was like, it's just fake. You're walking through all tough and shit.
This is fucking stupid.
I went to the Statesville one in Joliet.
Yeah.
Which I got a cool story about how we got into that motherfucker. But I went into it and I don't know. I mean, some of it was creepy, but it's all the same, right? People locked behind somewhere, can't touch you, flashing lights, and just screaming. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, as loud noises as they can. It didn't really, I don't know. Like, it made me jump a couple times because, I mean, who doesn't jump when they got a speaker in your ear, like, just boom, out of nowhere, somebody slamming shit. I mean, it's only natural you jump. So, I don't know. I don't think I was very scared. So we were at that Statesville one, and man, we it was me, my wife, my brother, her brother, and his girlfriend or something. I don't know. There was a group of us and all. We went over there, man. Dog, there was like a 4.5 hour wait to get into this damn haunted house.
Really?
Ridiculous.
In Statesville?
Yeah, we got there, and it ain't really even Statesville. I don't know what the hell it was. And we got out there, and dude, the line was ridiculous. And you get up there, and they got like, bro, it's expensive. It was like $40 a person or something. And I'm like, man, we young. We ain't got money like that.
Yeah.
What? I mean, we got money like that, but
not spending no damn
for $80. You can take a shorter line that will get you like in the front and shit. And I'm like, well, we definitely ain't got money for that. Yeah. So whatever, we just go, we buy tickets. I'm trying to think what happened. We buy tickets, the people in front of us buy tickets, we're standing there. I see somebody I know, I'm just, hey, what's up, whatever, you know what I'm saying? follow the people in front of us. The guy that works there tells us, oh, you got to go this way. And it's like, all right, we went this way, follow dude or whatever. And we're standing there. And I'm looking at this line, bro. This line don't even make sense, but it's like it's zigzagging and it goes around and it's all over. And then so the guy takes us and he's like, all right, you guys. And they just put us in this cage. There's this big ass cage there. They just go into the cage. So, okay, cool. We follow the people in front of us and we go into this cage. Now, I'm the only one paying attention, though. Now I'm paying attention. Before I was just thinking, what am I doing here? 4.5 hours to go in there and not even get scared? Like, why am I here? But we get in this cage and I'm looking like, okay, I see the line went into here and shit. Then I'm looking at the other side of this cage and they're bringing people in from that side, too. And I'm looking at the line and I'm like, bro, why the fuck are those people? Those guys been waiting in line for like hours. Why are they coming into this cage right here and shit? And then I'm realizing we went through the shortcut line. We just followed the dudes I don't even know, but they took us and they just threw us right into the cage. And I'm like, oh man. Now they gave those people stamps though. And I'm looking around and I go with my wife and I'm like, hey, we just cut everybody. And she's like, no, we did what the dude told us to do. I'm like, no, look at the line. Like, we just cut everybody, like 4 hours worth of waiting. And now I'm feeling like, oh my God, we're not supposed to be here. We're going to get in trouble. They're going to tell us to leave, And, bro, we just acted like we were supposed to be there. And they're like, oh, let us see your they just walked by with a light and like, oh, stamp. And everybody's just putting up their hands. So he walked by and I just kind of put up my hand real fast and put it down. And he was like, okay. And I think they seen my wife's didn't have it. But he just kind of looked and he was like, and I was looking right at him like, oh my God. And he's like, okay. And just walked off. And we got in this fucking haunted house within like 20 minutes, bro. It was like,
paid that $40.
Then we paid the $40. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't have to wait at all. And thank God, because it wasn't the scariest haunted house, bro. It would have been a waste. But yeah, we didn't even do it on purpose. We just followed the leader. I don't know, man. We really thought that that's where we were supposed to be. So it would have been innocent. But it's like, damn, we just cut everybody. Yes. Thank God.
Dude, I fucking love... I love the concept of a haunted house. I could appreciate the work that goes behind it. Like going through a fucking clown maze or a clown theme or
oh right they put a lot of work into those rooms,
like the butcher shops with all the human body parts. Like, I can appreciate that.
Yeah, they put a lot of work into that shit.
That is like detailed up the ass.
God, those people stay in those rooms. They be all flashy and shit.
I don't know how they do it
for hours upon hours.
How they do it.
I see, with the acting, some of the casting calls, like you could find like that they hire actors to do that shit. And I'm thinking like, no. My brother did it. He's not an actor, but my older brother did it. And the only reason they probably hired him was because he was willing to sit in a coffin for hours, bro. He would just lay in the coffin, closed and everything, and he would know when they come by. When they come by, he'd pop the door open and just, and then go back in it. No, I'm
do that like
I'm claustrophobic.
Like,
yeah, not over and over and over. No,
like I don't like. I mean, to have claustrophobia is one thing, but to be in a coffin, knowing that one day you're gonna be in there for the rest of.
Oh, but forever. See, I couldn't do the whole close it because as soon as I close it, I'm like somebody's gonna come in here and put something in there so it don't open or I can't. That shit would make me panic. Shit, my legs would probably start locking up right away. Like, no, I gotta stretch, I gotta bend or something like. I couldn't do it.
I always wondered like everything behind it, like the logistics and shit. Like, do you go to scare camp? How the fuck do you?
Right, and they say they got rehearsals and stuff. They rehearse. I guess you got to do some kind of prove or something. I don't know. I don't think they had my brother rehearse just laying in a coffin and screaming, but I know they had some people do rehearsals.
I wonder how it would be like for somebody to get fired for performance.
Fuck. You know what, though? It would be my older brother because he'd probably be stealing shit from the haunted house. He's known for that. He's known for stealing other people's decorations. Fucker. It was weird. There was a Michael Myers like right down the block from our house. I was like, wow, it was the Michael Myers that scares me. 2 days later, it's just a guy with no mask on, and then my brother just randomly has a Michael Myers mask. He walking around in the middle of the street with a knife, making cars stop. My older brother was a goof, man. That dude was crazy.
Is this the guy that didn't wake up for shit?
No, that's my stepbrother. But this is my older brother. He got like 6 years on me. Yeah, there was this one Mexican dude, Diego. He lived right down the block from me, and he was the scariest motherfucker. Like, he was just scared of everything. My brother walked into the room with a Michael Myers mask and a knife, and this dude grabbed me, and we're kids, but he grabbed me so tight, I almost cried. I couldn't breathe, and I was like, I almost cried because he bear hugged me and screamed. That was it. So now both of us are going to die. You not even letting me run. You not trying to run with me or nothing. We're going to both just die right here. Fucking guy, bro.
You just made that decision for me.
It's like, I can't get out. My brother takes off the mask. This guy lets go of me. He's still shaking, but he's like, oh, Willie, you know, he's Mexican, you know, straight from Mexico, probably doesn't even speak very much English, but he was just like, oh, Willie, you scare me, you know, you scare me. My brother turns around, puts the fucking mask back on, turns around, and this dude screams again and grabs me. Like, dude, it's my brother, I can't breathe. What are you doing? Unbelievable, bro. I don't even know if he's still alive. He probably got scared to death. Like, probably really scared to death. Fucking A. My brother took the mask off in his face, like right in front of him. It's my brother, dude. It's still my brother. Fuck, yeah. I won't forget that one either. That dude. That's gotta be the scariest person I've ever fucking ran across ever. Like, that's real talk. I was that scared. In a row, bro. We need to make a movie, a short film about that. Like, it was so, I couldn't even believe it, bro. I can't even, like, how do you believe that
Probably
shit?
suffers from memory loss, man. Every morning he probably wakes up, looks at a chart that gives him a summary of who he is, and he just goes about his day.
51st dates. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just Michael Myers scared him that much or something. He just saw that mask and forgot everything that just happened 10 seconds ago. But
oh my God.
That shit was crazy.
Oh, man.
See, I was more on Halloween and shit. I was the guy that wanted to dress up as the army guy or the ninja, you know what I'm saying? Superhero. I wasn't much of a trying to be scary kind of thing, you know?
I think all my costumes growing up were kind of like, you know, happy, go, fun. I was the Duracell battery commercial guy. Like, there was a guy or something. He wasn't the bunny. He was something else. He was like a guy with a big chin. He had Duracell batteries on the back.
Man, I feel like I know who you're talking about, but I can't picture the
sure
whole...
you do. He was pretty, like, you know, a kid staple for that commercial.
That sounds familiar. I was a Ninja Turtle. My mom took, and I was so little, my mom took our dog food bowl, you know, just an old silver bowl or whatever, you know. It was a big bowl, though. And just turned it upside, you know, just put it against my back and used it as a shell, put like a little cover over it, and then strapped it to me, bro. Looked badass. So I had to be little as hell, though. But I'll never forget that. I think I actually fell over one time and I couldn't get up. I was like, Mom, I can't get up. But yeah, I was a Ninja Turtle. I thought that shit was the coolest. My mom made me a Spider-Man costume. So I was in love with Spider-Man growing up, and she was one of my favorite superheroes.
My mom, she made me a Undertaker costume. I remember. Undertaker? No. It was the most fucking cheapest thing. She gave me, I think it was a cigarette promo shirt. It had like a cigarette label on it, but it was black. And she gave me one of her wigs. And then she just put fucking the white thing on my face. I look at it and I was like, are you serious? That was me? Oh,
that's cool. I can see that. That's our parents. I don't even know. I might have had an underwear on my head as a mask for Spider-Man. I really don't know. But I thought I was cool then.
Stop trying to talk through your cough. Just get that shit out the way. All right? There was this one time. Just take a second. Dead air, whatever. Get
my
that shit out your system.
When I do that shit too.
Try to muscle through a fucking cough.
Good, Chris. You're good. Don't cough. You're not, bitch. You got it. Don't cough. You don't make you cough.
Oh, the cough don't make you. You make the cough. Just go through that shit.
If you enjoyed this week's episode, please make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay centered on all Indie Center podcast episodes. If you are an independent creator and have a story to share and want to have a sit down, please email me at indiecenter.podcast@gmail.com. That's indiecenter.podcast@gmail.com. If you have sponsorship inquiries, I love to help local businesses. Please email me at indiecenter.podcast@gmail.com. Until next Monday, guys. Peace.